Hi, I'm Gemma Sharples, the founder of Biz on Fire, and I'm going to be watching some videos, inspirational videos, and putting out there my take on them. Hi guys, so I'm going to be watching a video from Jeff Bezos, and it's called The Most Honest Advice About Succeeding in Life. So let's see what Jeff's got to tell us.
If you don't love your work, you're never going to be great at it. If you can get your work life to be where you enjoy half of it, that is amazing, because very few people ever achieve that. Because the truth is, everything comes with overhead. That's reality. Everything comes with pieces that you don't like. Every job comes with pieces you don't like. And we need to say, that's part of it. You have to figure out how to set up your life in such a way that you can minimize the things. And I find people don't dislike hard work. What people dislike is being out of control. Like, they can't control their life, they can't control their environment. This happens to me when I get overscheduled. I hate being overscheduled.
Yeah, and what he's talking about there, good old Jeff, is about being overwhelmed and not being in control. And a lot of the times though, there's some things that are outside of our control, and that actually was what creates overwhelm. So if you're able to look at your circle of influence and the things you can control, that, when you focus your attention on that, in business or in life or anything, that actually brings a sense of control and it takes the overwhelm completely away. So I agree that there's certain things, like you said, when he gets overscheduled, well, that's him, other people probably putting things in his diary, and he doesn't have, the control of that. So you can take that back very easily to stop the overwhelm. But I think he's right. It's not that people sometimes don't like hard work. Some lazy buggers don't, but the majority of people don't mind hard work. It's just when you feel there's not enough hours in the day, you don't know whether you're coming or going, and you feel completely overwhelmed. And if you're feeling that, it just means that you need to sometimes take 2 steps back to reassess everything, reorganize yourself, look at what you can control, and then start again. So I think Jeff's on my page with this one.
I want some time to be able to think and free myself. We all have the same amount of time in the world. Nobody has more time than anybody else. And when you become a very successful person, one of the things, you start to get overscheduled. If you don't love your work, you're never going to be great at it.
Don't you think it's weird? We've listened to Arnie and other people on as I've gone around, and they all say the same thing. Same amount of time that we've got, just how you organise yourself, discipline yourself as well. The message is there all the time through all of these people.
Any young person.
Almost like it's not luck. Absolutely. Not luck. There's a magic ingredient. And it's there. It just needs to be tapped into.
The other thing I would suggest to any young person, even before they start their career, is to really think about their choices. Because I find young people, and when I was young, I made this mistake too. You can get very fixed on your gifts. So everybody has gifts. You have gifts and you have things that you didn't get gifted. Maybe you're extremely beautiful, maybe you're extremely good at mathematics, there are a lot of things that you can be given. But those things can confuse you because they're not the things that construct your life. It's your choices that construct your life, not your gifts. You can celebrate your gifts, be proud of them, be happy of them. Actually, don't be proud of them, be celebratory of them, but you can't be proud because they're gifts. They were given to you. You didn't earn them. You can only be proud of the things you earn. And so, as I got older, I started to realize I wasn't proud of my gifts. I was always good at school. School was always easy for me, and I was always proud that I was a great student. I got A's in all my classes. I was good at math, all of that. And I thought that's who I was, but it's not true. Those are the things that are gifts. What was hard for me is deciding to work hard, deciding to use my gifts in certain ways, to challenge myself, to do things that I didn't think I could do.
And then that's message again, isn't it? Like, taking yourself out of your comfort zone to become more than you think you're capable of doing. Like, don't have any limitations on yourself at all. Like there, Jeff saying, I was great at this, I was great at that, I was great at this, but actually they were just things that I was gifted at. The challenges, the growth, the things to get better was actually the challenges. It was the things you've got to push yourself out there. So if right now you're in business and you are, or even in life, pushing forward and things, and it's challenging, you're finding that you're getting parts when things are going great and things are going shite. It's the fact that actually that needs to happen on that journey, because you need those things to get you to that next part of it. And that's what, you need to put yourself at times in those situations to enable yourself to grow and become more successful.
You can choose a life of ease and comfort, or you can choose a life of service and adventure. Which one of those, when you're 90 years old, are you going to be more proud of? Tomorrow, in a very real sense, your life, the life you author from scratch on your own, begins.
That just resonated with me when he said, when you're 90 years old and you look back. And I think for all of us, that's something that we should all focus upon. Like, when we're at the last part of our life, if we're lucky enough to get to 90, looking back and not having any regrets. There might be things right now that you want to do, there might be things that you want to try, but fear gets in the way, the what ifs, the naysayers, all of that shite that we tell ourselves, which is just usually us, that self-talk, sabotaging talk gets in the way. It's a case that we have one life, we're here for a short period of time, and to get to 90 or get to a ripe old age and look back and go, I had no regrets. I did everything I needed to do, and there's cause and effect, and I own all my shit. Take full responsibility for it, because it created the person I am today. And I think that if you look at it, like, I think some people live their life like they're going to be here for centuries upon centuries upon centuries, and we're not in this form anyway. We've got a short period of time, and I believe that just grab everything by the balls, get yourself out there and just try. And like, all right, you might fail, there might be a challenge, but that's needed to become better at what you're going to be doing. Business, life, whatever that is. So if you're striving for something, just go out there and try it. Because if you don't try it, the answer's no anyway. So you might as well try it and see how far you get.
How will you use your gifts? What choices will you make? Will inertia be your guide, or will you follow your passions? Will you follow dogma, or will you be original? Will you choose a life of ease, or a life of service and adventure? Will you wilt under criticism, or will you follow your convictions? Will you bluff it out when you're wrong, or will you apologize? Will you guard your heart against rejection, or will you act when you fall in love? Will you play it safe, or will you be a little bit swashbuckling? When it's tough, will you give up, or will you be relentless? Will you be a cynic, or will you be a builder? Will you be clever at the expense of others, or will you be kind?
And everything that you said there, that's just all choices. And we all have a choice to make. Like, every single day we're making decisions and choices. And, it's a case of reflecting at every moment and going, what do I want to do? Who do I want to be? Is this where I am? And it's just a choice, that's simple as that is. Like, this is the amazing thing about life. Like, you can change your direction at any given moment just by making a decision, just by making a choice. And it can completely take you in a whole different direction. So right now, things might not be going right for you. It's just a decision away to twist it to the right direction where it wants to be.
Tomorrow, and in a quiet moment of reflection, narrating for only yourself the most personal version of your life story, the telling that will be most compact and meaningful will be the series of choices you have made. In the end, we are our choices. Build yourself a great story.
Very, very clever man is Jeff. Totally agree with everything you said there. And look at the life he's created from his choices. Can't scoff at that.
Richest man in the world from selling books.
Crazy, isn't it?
Jeff Bezos it is.
Bezos? Fucking hell, what is it?
I don't
Bezos?
know. It doesn't matter, he's the richest man in the world, you can call him whatever you want. He doesn't care, does he?
You're like, I don't give a shit what you call me.
Yeah.
Bezos.
I don't know. I say Bezos, but I might be
Bezos?
wrong. Bezos, yeah.
Bezos.
But I'm probably wrong, I don't know.
Bezos. But it's not double E, is it? Bezos.
Listen.
Ask Siri.
Hey Siri, how do you say Jeff Bezos? It's like who?
Okay, I found this on the web for how do you say Jeff Bezos. Check it out.
Bezos.
Bezos.
But I've got to stick to the Australian one though.
Bezos. Jeff Bezos.
Bezos. No, that's how Australian Siri says it.
Okay, right. Let's have a go.
Just go with what you feel.
Bezos. That's what she said.
It's what she said. It sounds wrong though.
Bezo.
No, there's definitely
Jeff
Bezos.
Bezos. Jeff Bezos. I'm just saying Bezos.
Okay.
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, Jeff, if I'm wrong. So I'm going to be watching a video. I gotta say his name now. Jeff Bezos.
Call him Big Jeff.
Bezos.
Bezos, yeah.
Have I got it right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I'm now questioning myself now.